So the creator of Hunter x Hunter, Yoshihiro Tagashi, has said something recently that has fans very worried. Now, in case you haven't been following the legend, creator of Hunter x Hunter and the classic anime Yu Yu Hakusho, my personal favorite, his career has been notoriously met with several obstacles, several hiatuses, and overall a lot to digest. Stemming all the way back to the 1990s, the 1900s, Yoshihiro Tagashi has been on record for going through a lot of different trials and tribulations while trying to draw and write manga in Weekly Shonen Jump. It was in the 90s where his classic series Yu Yu Hakusho had multiple incidents where Yoshihiro Tagashi was just too sick to continue on. At one given point, he was hospitalized while creating Yu Yu Hakusho. And if you go by Bakuman references, which was based loosely on a lot of the events of the lives of mangaka and Shonen Jump, then you would know that he was even in his hospital room still drawing Yu Yu Hakusho. So the man is a very complex person, because while he will work himself to the point of being hospitalized, he will continue on even in the hospital. So it's not to say that he's lazy or a slouch or anything of that nature. But eventually he returned to the pages of Weekly Shonen Jump with a new manga called Hunter x Hunter, I believe in 1998. And then there's been a whole other story for it in and of itself, constant breaks and hiatuses. I think the first year he went okay with like maybe regular 1 or 2 breaks. As his serialization kept on going, the hiatuses got more frequent and way more extended. I mean, if you look at the hiatus chart that is on the screen right now, you will see that Hunter x Hunter probably has the record for the most amount of breaks for any manga. Because at the very least, over the last 10 or so years, ever since the 2011 anime adaptation of Hunter x Hunter, Yoshihiro Tagashi has basically had a schedule of returning for a bit, dropping about a volume or two's worth of chapters, and then going back on hiatus. And in the midst of all of that, he would leave a lot of author comments in the pages of Weekly Shonen Jump that would oftentimes indicate that he has severe health issues. A couple of examples of that is, for starters, one of the times he had said, "I have been unable to sit in a chair to draw for about 2 years, but I have managed to resume writing by giving up the traditional way of doing things. Everyone, please take care of your hips." And another time, "Until 2 weeks ago, before I wrote this letter, I was unable to wipe myself and had to take a shower every time I used the toilet. Every movement takes 3 to 5 times longer than a learned person. The back is important." These are the things that he has openly addressed and spoke on in Weekly Shonen Jump of his health issues and the things that he deals with concerning trying to create manga. This is not just a passive effort. This is not just, a walk in the park for Yoshihiro Tagashi. This is literally him trying to finagle his body to be able to be in position long enough for him to get things done. And over the years, a lot of fans, including myself, have basically been like, "Yo, why don't you just get somebody else to draw it? Why not have the anime staff do it and you just write it?" Like, there's so many options. But the thing about it is that a lot of people don't know that Yoshihiro Tagashi has a very complex thought process when it comes to creating manga. He's been on record on speaking on the fact that he doesn't feel accomplished unless he does all of the art and drawing, even if he feels that his art doesn't measure up to some of the greats. I think one time he had pointed out that he knew that he would never be able to draw pages as awesome and beautiful looking as some pages he had seen in the manga Bastard. So basically, we're speaking about a man that will work himself to the bone, even potentially end up hospitalized, but doesn't want to stop working. But at the same time, he's dealing with severe health issues, and at the same time, he still wants to do everything in the process of creating manga. Tall order, and at the very least, you gotta respect and commend the man. Despite all of the hiatuses he may have taken, this deep into his career, this age, he is still creating new chapters of Hunter x Hunter. I believe the manga is set to resume. We know for sure that Yoshihiro Tagashi has been promoting for a few months now that he is back working on the manga. But recently, yet again, Yoshihiro Tagashi has worried fans immensely. The note comes from social media, as Yoshihiro Tagashi is quite active on Twitter. It was there this week the artist posted a behind-the-scenes peek at Hunter x Hunter. For some months now, the artist has been back at work on the manga, but all the effort is taking its toll. He was quoted saying, "My back hasn't been feeling well these past few days." And so if we're speaking about a man that basically can't even really sit up at times, can't even wipe himself, has to take a shower after using the toilet, this is a man that is giving it all he has and then some just to bring these pages to life for us. But at the same time, I don't feel by any stretch of the imagination that that's what he should be doing. It's a tough thing because artists and creatives are very passionate and very strong-willed and strong-minded when it comes to something that they want to accomplish. He wants to create Hunter x Hunter under his terms, the way he wants to make it, how he wants to make it, when he wants to make it. And I can't fault him for that, especially if he's willing to put himself through the rigorous terms of stuff that is going to make him yet again slide back health-wise into, "Yo, my back hurts." We all want Yoshihiro Tagashi to just say, "You know what? This is it. I'm going to let somebody else draw it," or just put it to an end in general, because I think most of us that are rational are thinking like, yeah, we care more about the man and him surviving than the worst possibly happening, because we've already seen seeing where his health is at as of today. But at the same time, if he's gonna do what he wants to do, what more can we say other than we wish him the best? And I hope that if he is starting to feel those severe back pains yet again that left him to the point of not being able to sit up and not being able to wipe himself and all of those horrendous conditions he spoke of, that he takes the time to just put Hunter x Hunter once again to the side and maybe this time for good. I love Hunter x Hunter so much as a manga, and Yoshihiro Tagashi has created one of my favorite stories of all time with Yu Yu Hakusho, but it's never worth it if it's going to mean something as disastrous as what has been happening to Yoshihiro Tagashi. But again, we can't stop him. All we can do is support and show him love. At the end of the day, if you really love Hunter x Hunter that much and you really want to support and you see what the man is putting himself through to bring you that product, make sure you support it. Make sure you show love, compassion, and also just in general with your words, be a little bit more nicer about things. Like in the past, a lot of us used to rag and joke about Yoshihiro Tagashi because of the constant hiatuses, but this is something serious. This man is dealing with something of a struggle of his health versus his ambitions, goals, and his passion. So Godspeed Yoshihiro Tagashi, but yeah, it seems as though he's already having back problems and he's not even back yet with Hunter x Hunter. If he is going to see this thing all the way through this serialization round, I'd hope that he at the very least would take a bit of a break before continuing on, before the worst could happen. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. As always, people, have an awesome day, and please subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Thank you.
But in the end, it always ends with the end. So let's not pretend we can always start anew, we can do it again.